at all. Churches and a brimstone and no one. I'm thinking of having it all. Righteous station. Righteousness exalt a nation. When the righteous man move, I know the Eden plan. But I wipe them out one by one. Sure. Wanna think of having it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Churches and a brimstone and no one. I'm thinking of having it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Wanna fight against the righteous and fall. And you shall divide it by itself. Shall never fall. And up by Saint Peter and up by Saint Paul. He's 20 black buckle sitting on the wall. And that color kind the one on the black buckle fall. What it decrease the race trying to rule us all. That man stand up and be counted so your name shall be called. We don't respect Vatican, now praise Pope Paul. Jah shall come with the whole of them with a lightning ball. Oh no, think no have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. So no fight against the righteous and Paul. Oh no, think no have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Shabbat and brimstone and we don't think no old man joy. Yes, no old man wet. And when the righteous move, the heathen start to break. Shabbat gone on the right and then each up on the left. In everything me do, me just do me best. Them think them have it all, but them no have it at all. Churches and a brimstone and no one don't think they don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Oh no fight against the righteous and fall. All righteous people me say no welcome. When the Eden a move, no just shine fire gun. Read us the Bible, the Eden have to run. Father, if it's thy will, let it be done. If it's not thy will, they cannot have fun. Father, this Adam, bring down the kingdom. I don't think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Churches and a brimstone, I know. I don't think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Oh no fight against the righteous and fall. And nation divided by itself shall ever fall. And up by Saint Peter and up by Saint Paul. It's 20 black buckle sitting on the wall. And that color cry the one of the black buckle fall. What it decrease the race trying to rule us all. That man stand up and be counted so your name shall be called. We don't respect Vatican, we don't praise Pope Paul. Cha-cha come with the whole of them with a lightning ball. We don't think we don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Cha-cha in a brimstone and no one. We don't think we don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. We don't fight against the righteous and fall. We don't think we no old man joy. Yes, we no old man wet. And when the righteous move, the heathen start to fret. Shabbat exalt himself in righteousness. And I pray for my nation, deal with more togetherness. I don't think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Churches and a brimstone and no one. I don't think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. The righteous shall never fall. Righteous.
Morning. Call some people. Jamaica playing Panama. Jamaica leading by 1-0.
Cast them a Babylon in suit of brutality, hunger to kill you. Man, I don't think I have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Churches and a brimstone and wall. African tears, African ball. African unite together one and all. If we unite, we are actually good. Righteous nation, righteousness exalt a nation. When the righteous man move, I know the Eden plan. But I wipe them out one by one. Sure. Wanna think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Churches and a brimstone and no one. I'm think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Wanna fight against the righteous and fall. And you shall divide it by itself shall never fall. And up by Saint Peter and up by Saint Paul. He's 20 black buckle sitting on the wall. And that color kind the one of the black buckle fall. What it decrease the race trying to rule us all. That man stand up and be counted so your name shall be called. We don't respect Vatican, now praise Pope Paul. Jah shall come with the whole of them with a lightning ball. Oh no think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. So no fight against the righteous and fall. Oh no think I don't have it all. Oh no, no have it at at all. Shabba and brimstone, and when you don't think of no old man dry, yes, no old man wet. And when the righteous move the heat, then start to wet. Shabba gone on the right, and then each up on the left. In everything me do, me just do me best. Tell them think them happy it all, but them no happy at all. Churches in a brimstone, I know what I'm thinking of happy it all. Oh no, no happy at all. Oh no fight against the righteous and fall. All righteous people, me say no welcome. When the evening I'm moving, no just chant fire burn. Read us the Bible, then have to run. Father, if it's thy will, let it be done. If it's not thy will, they cannot have fun. Father, say Saddam, bring down the kingdom. I don't think I'm happy it all. Oh no, no happy at all. Churches in a brimstone, I know what I'm thinking of happy it all. Oh no, no happy at all. Oh no fight against the righteous and fall. And nation divided by itself shall ever fall. And not by Saint Peter and not by Saint Paul. It's 20 black battle sitting on the wall. And that color cry the one of the black battle fall. Of the decrease the race trying to rule us all. But man stand up and be counted so your name shall be called. We don't respect Vatican, we don't praise Pope Paul. Chacha come with the whole of them with a lightning ball. We don't think we're having it all. Oh no, no happy at all. Churches in a brimstone, I know what. We don't think we're having it all. Oh no, no happy at all. We don't fight against the righteous and fall. We don't think we're no old man dry. Yes, no old man wet. And when the righteous move the heathen start to fret. Shabba exalt himself in righteousness. And I pray for my nation doing more togetherness. And I think gonna have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Churches in a brimstone, I know I'm gonna think gonna have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. The righteous shall never fall. Righteousness exalt a nation. Me tell the evil man said them to change them plan. Get out of them way. Cause them a Babylon in suit of brutality. I'm going to kill you. Man, gonna think gonna have it all. Oh no, no have it at all. Churches in a brimstone and wall. African tears, African ball. African unite together one and all. If we unite, we are actually good ball. And the only way we can kill Babylon wall. I don't think we're having it all. Oh no, no having it all. We don't fight against the righteous.
I'm no longer a slave to fear, for I am a child of God. Let's raise that loud, say, I'm no longer a slave to fear, yeah, for I am a child of God. Let's raise it out. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song. Shout it out, say, of deliverance from my enemy. Till all my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Let's declare it together, say, for I am a child of God. See, I'm no longer a slave to fear. For I am a child of God. I love this when y'all listen. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Your love has called my name. Yeah. I've been born again into your family. Your blood flows through. Let's do that one more time. Say, from my mother's womb, from my mother's womb, you have chosen me. You have chosen me. Your love has called my name. I've been born again. your family. Now shout it out. Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Somebody declare it over your life. For I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. For I am a child of God. You split the sea so I can walk right through. My fears are drowning, perfect love. So you rescued me so I can stand and sing. I am a child of God. You split the sea. You split the sea so I can walk right through. My fears are drowning, perfect love. So you rescued me so I can stand and sing. I am a child of God. Yes, I am. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. Shout your praise in this room. Shout your praise in the room. A child of God. I am a child of If you know who you are, just lift your voices in this room and scream a praise to Jesus. Oh, somebody scream a praise to Jesus. I know who I am. He calls me the head and not the tail. He calls me above and not beneath. He calls me a lender and not a borrower. I know who I am. And so because of that, I don't have to walk in fear. I walk in faith. If you're walking in faith, shout hallelujah to Jesus.
Hallelujah, Jesus. Morning. Welcome. Across the world. Welcome to Portland Spice TV. My name is Colin Anthony Bell, Shaka Fame, one and the same person. Man call me Chink and Flea and Fly. I declare that I am the lion and the tiger, or just the lion. Wherever you are around the world, welcome. We speak truth and only truth. Undivided everywhere. You see, the Lord Jesus Christ, who control all blessings. Yeah? Powerful is he. That he designed a world that you have choices. Design the world in such a way. Okay, you have some people think every day God said this will happen to you or that not will happen to you. The rain for fall, sun for you. So no. He designed the world that mankind. How we carry on with one destruction for ourselves, you know. That mankind must live in it and live a certain way. And then certain things will happen. So we have to understand that even those who want to rule their destiny, you are ruling your destiny. You are. But energies also exist. What kind of energy you push off? Morning, cuz. It's Brown, morning. Mother Hen. It's Francis, morning. Welcome to Portland Spice TV, giving you the spice of Portland. And this morning, we're going to draw the whip.
Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself, can't tame. I don't know year to year the same thing. And Lenny I says so. You don't know a real backlogs, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine.
Fighting a spiritual war.
Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka Fame a real backlocks.
Morning, Gilly out to Toronto.
Know that the
Morning to my family.
Shaka Fame is in.
Hold on, Shaka Fame. I got a question this morning. How many times can somebody beat you? Or how many licks can you take without screaming, without crying out? How many of it? How many licks you can take without crying out?
Yeah, Shaka Fame, big up yourself, can't tame. You don't know year to year the same thing. And Lenny I says so. You don't know a real backlogs, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's step it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine. Fighting a spiritual war for peace. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Dress back. Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Know that the war is on. Shaka Fame is in command. So warriors arise. Now is the appointed time. Go forth, oh winners of souls. And after some victory, I'm sure. So hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, I'm on a real backlocks. Hypocrite relax. Trace back, Shaka Fame a real backlocks.
You know, I love talking about my mama. You know, I think my mother never easy. My mother used to beat me and tell me to shut up, you know. And she jump lick for me. Tap it eyes. Tap it eyes. I don't know how many of us would have been beaten by our parents and told to stop your eyes. How many licks you can take without screaming out? You know, people feel that them could have beat me. I'm gonna scream out. You see, I don't know. Sometimes I don't like how people behave. The things that we expect from other people. Hmm?
On the road, I've had enough, yeah. People go on like my feelings don't count. When them do my bad, them want for silence my mouth. I what them a talk about, to no better ease out. I no make the beats and I make go creep out.
Sky.
Nobody no see when them hurt me.
Sky.
People only see when me reversing.
Sky.
The raging on me heart and it a burn me.
Sky.
Got me need fixing and it could have been a surgery. Man, not a surgery. Yes. I got pains on whenever.
I'm going to tell you something. I am not afraid to come here and tell you this morning that Shaka fame, Colin Bell, is a man who cry. Yeah. And me not afraid to cry even if you're there around me and something really reach me that way there. So there are people in my circles who knows that I cry and cry hard. Hard. I cry. But some people believe, say, me not have no feelings. Them hit me. I'm enough to skreel because them think me make out a steal.
On the road,
I am real.
I've had enough, yeah. People go on like my feelings don't count. When them do my bad, them want for silence my mouth. I what them a talk about, to no better ease out. I no make the beats and I make go creep out. Nobody no see when them hurt me. People only see when me reversing. The raging on me heart and it a burn me. God me need fixing and it could have been a surgery. Man, not a surgery. Yes. I got pains on whenever.
You see?
Yeah, Shaka fame, big up yourself, can't tame. You don't know year to year are the same thing. And linear says so. You don't know a real backlogs, you see me? Yeah, we know. Suddenly, some friends became a foe for reasons that I know. Said to us, it's a waste of time. Let's
Black
step
tears.
it up on crime. But I'm a warrior for the divine.
Your rush. Black tears are running down my cheek, yeah. How long shall I take counseling my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and hear me, O Lord, lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Dark tears are running down my cheek. In my bed and can't sleep. And the heart in my chest cold freeze. Man, not forget how them resting as my bread hide and squeeze. Them type of pain that them no easy fix, yeah. Some stop where me heart by my sleeve, yeah. I'ma now seek forgiveness. But Father, me I beg you to release me, yeah. I got pains I will never discuss. Bruise and cuts. Life been rough. New wounds, but the old ones never heal up. I've had enough of being dragged through the mud. Black tears around my eye, but me I tell you some go. Smoking on the road. I've had enough, yeah. People go on like my feelings don't count. When them do my bad, them want for silence my mouth. I what them a talk about, to no better ease out. I no make the beats and I make go creep out. Nobody no see when them hurt me. People only see when me reversing.
And a part
The
of the song
raging on
I
me
love.
heart and it a burn me.
Love
God
it.
me need fixing and it could have been a surgery. Man, not a surgery. Yes. I got pains I will never discuss. Bruise and cuts. Life been rough. New wounds, but the old ones never heal up. I've had enough of being dragged through the mud. Black tears around my eye, but me I tell you some go. Smoking on the room.
The song, I love it. I love it. Morning Shaka. I am praying this song for you. Popcorn. Oh, you're playing this song for me, Popcorn. Ja, you make me firm. Strong. Big song that. Yes, man. So, I just want to tell you, I'm real. I'm a human being. And I have grown up in a community. I don't know how many I ever fight at school. I whole heap of fights me get in our school. I beat up people. People beat me up. Yeah. Win some fight, lose some fight. So, I understand life. But don't take me simple. Don't take me simple. We know we work what we come here for do. The work what we dip on earth for do. Some people don't know them work all. No, some people are 60, 70, and then don't know what kind of work them come for do. Some people been in the wrong job for the wrong work for a long time. I make the difference, you know. Your work are where you come for do, you know. Your job are where you get for do. Yeah. Your work are where the Almighty put you upon the earth for do. And them said the strongest soldier get the wickedest fight. Come let me tell you something. My advocacy for East Portland and for Portland, no natural. No natural. And I said to all and sundry, we have articulated the vision over and over. Whole heap of different ideas, whole heap of things we want to get done right in here. So. And them things that come from me, the natural. Almighty God bring them in the spiritual and we assure the people. But as God so designed the world that people have choices. So if you hear, oh, you are going to get wealthy, and you don't want to take it up because the man will give you the idea is somebody in your house, somebody right side of you, one of your friends where you hang out together. Because you believe that the idea only can come from somebody where you don't know. So you believe in our God where you don't even know. You don't even know God. You understand what I say? Your woman in your house and she tell you, say, yo, this are the thing where we do, you know. And you did you not agree with it, you know. And somebody where you don't know tell you, say, that you do, you know. I say, blood, fire, see there. My gosh. Or a man just come from outside and say, yo, me have some idea enough to create wealth, you know. But him not tell you the ideas them, but I me I run with it. My people, pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Stop praying for money and gifts. Pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The wisdom that you will know things to do and work out what to do. The knowledge of understanding. The knowledge is the actual things that you have, you know, and understanding how to make them happen. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Ask for them thing, man. Lemar morning. Ask for them thing there. It has been a serious week in Jamaica. Serious week. Whole heap of people are call me. Me see the viral video. Me see the video. Yeah, them have one video I go around and say my mother out, you know. Hey, let me say something too now. I wonder if some people realize, say, the GLP are run scared from me in East Portland. I'm afraid I'm like how devil afraid of holy water. I have never seen the GLP promote I want to be PNP candidate. Wow. The man them push out. Portlanders News push it out. Then you see the GLP trolls them. I push it out. Them now use Shaka Fame. They got so elated. I'm not careful. I'm not careful because Portland He's saying time for one of us, born ya, live ya, love ya, nah left ya, to run the place. That is what the people on the ground, the masses who will vote in a general election, the masses are saying, somebody who have a track record of serving the people of Portland and the East Portland. Nobody can talk from anywhere. But somebody who has been there, understanding why is it that we not get some things? Why is it that East Portland is not more developed? Why our tourism product is not out there on show? Somebody who understand that. Somebody who have a vision to fix that. Have the plans that we are been articulating all along, telling you what we are going to do. So we don't need nobody to tell we say East Portland needs development. We know that. And we know what kind of development. We have been where the research has been done, plans have been laid out. We know what is on the books here. So, Portland people, me tell you something. Telling all the while. Telling all the while. Promote no one. Yeah?
Some cry, some smile, some fight every day. We rise to the top, cause we know what it takes. Through it all we survive, yet still hold the faith. Unchangeable, Lord, unchangeable. Hey, no matter how the dollar might stack up, me still not change. Me, I go stay rough. Inna the giddy and you have to buckle up your lace. Be smart, don't be a gruff, no. Life, it's a journey, it's a long race. Mama says, son, be wise and don't bring disgrace. So me take up the broom and start sweep the place. Cause all these ways, they got to get erased. I love to me people that me embrace. The truth are the truth and that can't erase. So hell to all of those who want hate. Just send me to finish this race. So we ain't giving up now. We put up a fight, we got to be ready. Cause time's getting traded. Just said don't you worry, I'll be in a hurry, Lord. We got to be ready. Cause time's getting traded. So we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Let's not be flow when the prayer gone up. Not the evil can harm us.
Morning to my prayer warrior them.
When we just a warm up. Yeah.
Interceding on my behalf. Big up on yourself. Thanks. Interceding on the vision team behalf. Thank you. Morning, Peter Stamp.
God, we no know about my
leader of the vision team.
long time them a try bring me down. And not just know.
You know, I call nobody else name on the vision team, you know.
Chat me every day with them funny tongue.
Sometimes you have to keep the team out of the limelight, you know.
They're giving up now.
But you have to big up the team leader.
Why we got to be ready.
No, I don't mean lead the team. I don't mean.
Just said, don't you worry. I'll be in a hurry, Lord. We got to be ready.
I have to big up the team because a team who know. Now, so them believe they know that we have what is needed to sort out Portland. They know that the candidate have the drive, and with a solid team, a committed team, a team full of integrity. Yeah, clean, fresh thinking, pushing forward. East Portland will be in excellent hands. I tell people all the while, you have to manage things as a business. If you're a counselor, it's a business you run. But a lot of people don't know the council, morning, Ricardo Brown. The council is responsible for the development of the local economy. Your member of parliament is a legislature sent to the parliament and then possibly become a part of the executive. But it's a part of the decision making that manages the affairs of the country. The biggest purse. So it must be managed properly. Transparency and accountability must be the order of the day. It must be a drive to develop your people, that your people live better. But a country like Jamaica, that the potential for wealth is enormous, but yet we are so poor. People are suffering. 80% of the population not able to feed themselves properly. You know, I said it so often till sometime I think I need to record it. Bob Marley's song, Bob Marley says, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. We cannot continue to do that. So therefore, one of the things that we have to look for is leaders who have plans. Because you can't tell a man to show you what he can do before he get to the job. I must show you. So you have to come with solid plans, and you, the populace now, must evaluate these plans and see if they are workable, and work with the best plans for your community, for your constituency, for your parish going forward. It is vital, my people. And that's why patriotism is important. Patriotism is important. You have to look for patriots, people who believe in country over self. People who say, like the US president, it's not about what your country can do for you, but what about you can do for your country. It's about our pledge to serve the fellow citizens. It's about the pledge. Solid pledge. You're swearing before God and all mankind. And when you swear to uphold and defend the Constitution, it is something that you do. I am saying this morning, to all well-thinking Jamaicans, we have to take a serious look at what this government is doing to us, what they are pushing on us, The one day tabling and passing of a bill in the parliament to change aspects of the Constitution, Don't look good. That also is vulgar. That is vulgar. And this government continue to show vulgarity at its highest level. Up to 300% increase for the managers. Vulgarity. Now you're ramming through a bill, a constitutional change one day in the parliament. For what? If you never do it, somebody else going to die? Or the debt would be tripled? You do that under those kind of cases. Yes, the standing order allows for it. But it allows for it in extreme cases. You want to draw down some money because the national debt would be tripled because tomorrow is the final date for whatever. And you ram through a bill like that to fix that. What is the haste about this? Vulgarity. It is vulgar. And I am happy that the word is out that the opposition will take this to court. Yeah, man. I don't put up that from man, I can put up this. Shaka, I told you that PNP will come back to you. Listen, let me tell you something. I said to some people, well, I have been saying that if God is not in this, I don't want it. God have to lead this. So we're not, as we said the other day, we're not fight nobody, Alman. Mr. Thomas, we're not fight nobody, Abraham Thomas. We're not fighting nobody. And we have been working for the people. Hold on, my brother. We have been working for the people. We have been representing, even before we realized that we were representing at that level, because it comes naturally to represent our people. Mystical, morning.
Good morning, sir. The knight in shining armor.
Blessings.
How are you doing?
You know, sir, may I give the Almighty thanks, my good. You know,
Every
Jesus
time, man,
Christ has been brilliant for me.
And everything give thanks. Yeah. Well, I am not able to even pick you up this morning because my device is on technological issues. Yeah. So I'm not privy to what you know your foreground or your opening sentences.
Well,
yeah.
we were just speaking about the fact that you are beaten, hit with sticks and stones, and then people don't expect you to scream out.
Yeah.
You know, you must observe all the beating that they give you, but you shouldn't cry. And it takes me back to my mother used to beat me and tell me to shut up, you know.
Yeah, the old people used to do that, brother.
Yeah.
My granny.
Shut up. Bam! Shut up. That's about them people, you know, now, man.
I go like that when I feel lost.
I tell you. But I guess them are hard enough times like no, when people are beating and them still tell you shut up and not talk.
I observe the pressure. I teach you how to be strong, you know, brother.
Yes.
When you check it out, I teach you how to be resilient.
I tell you. Hey, see, I'm auntie up online who used to beat me and tell me to shut up.
I know that, brother.
Drop it by you. Stop it, eyes.
Yeah.
You think you get anything to cry about? You think you get anything to cry?
Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Yes. Yeah, man. So we're here another day, you know, in the struggle, you know.
A couple
trying
of things.
to set on course, you know, a number of issues, man. Number of serious
I want to bring
issues.
you to the bill that was passed in the parliament in one day and went through the Senate at its first tabling as well.
All right, let me just clear some issues before we touch that, right?
Talk to me.
And first of all, I want to really commend the people of Portland, yourself and the people of Boston, Portland, for that kind of act towards our people from Haiti, our brothers and sisters from Haiti. Really commend you guys.
Yeah, thank you on behalf of the people.
For showing love, much love to our brothers and sisters, you know?
Yes.
And I add this. If our brothers and sisters are not treated kindly, with all international protocols available to grant them asylum, then we are going to see the barbarism, the apartheid, and the wretchedness of these people. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Because there's only one outcome that should generate from this, you know. The people must be given asylum. I see St. Kitts, I believe it's St. Kitts. Mm-hmm. They arrested about 30 Cameroonians from off the ICs and then give them asylum.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying to you? Yeah. And secondly, what of Colin Anthony Bell? I see that is it an intention or competition? What is it? I see that you're having either intention being displayed or competition on their rise. What is it?
I would refer to it as intention.
I see. Well, be that as it may. So what is the trajectory on your? I think that time has come now for us to be apprised of what is happening, man.
Let me
on
tell
your
you something.
front, you know.
Let me tell you something. As it relates to that front, good progress. Okay. Good progress is going on. Good progress.
All right, so
that's all I'll say about it. Very good progress. Everything is looking good.
Yeah, I want the authorities to come to fullness now. You know, time come.
Time come. But it's a process. It's a process, and let the process ride. I mean, as I said a couple Saturdays ago, the People's National Party is a democratic party, and it allows people to have a voice. And sometimes when some people talk some things, because if shark come from sea bottom if fish come from sea bottom and tell a shark down there, you're going to start believe it. If you're brave enough to go and check, you might go check and realize no shark No, down the water might not even deep enough for hole in the shark. You can just stand up on the surface and look.
Yeah.
But people will tell stories, and the party listens and do its background check and do its work. And as I said, things are progressing very well.
Yeah. But sometimes we have to maneuver, with a lot of intelligence and all kinds of intelligence, as you know about intelligence.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
And so that we have to intercept, the workings, of the other side.
Yeah.
And know that they can spring surprises at any time. So we have to,
Well, the Bible says you dare not trust your own, eh?
Yeah.
But you still have to give man a chance.
I trust your word. All right.
Yeah, man. It's better than it has ever been and getting better.
Yeah. All right. On this issue, the first one, this issue about the bill. I mean, running through Parliament faster than Usain Bolt. But remember, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast because we have seen it before. Remember the NIDS bill, the original NIDS bill. The original NIDS bill, yeah? You remember it took a similar course, similar actions were generated on the passage of that, bill. Even when the opposition was opposed to elements of the bill, the people made some hurried adjustment, and the more they made the adjustment, the more it was conflicted. Yeah. So it is nothing new. It is the nature of the beast. Yeah.
But
it's ingrained in their attitudinal culture. Yeah. And without due regard, for anybody else. Yeah. Without due regard for any utterances, any intentions from anybody else. So it's not a government, it's just rogue elements just going about and doing things and believe that they have their own private corporation and they can take decisions and come to conclusions that are not in the absolute interest of the majority of the people and the country itself. Yeah, even if we take the people out there and just the country itself, as a sovereign nation, So these people, you see how they operate, So it's nothing new. It's unworthy of them, and I classify it and characterize it, as a lawless bunch, lawless bunch, illegitimate lawless bunch, because it can only be characterized as such, Given how they have approached the Constitution. Come again.
What is the ace? What's the rush about?
Well, that's the $1 trillion question. That must be asked. Because there must be a philosophical intention. There must be a philosophical intent. That is the question that must be asked. Why are they proceeding down this road? And may I hoist this indicator? They are proceeding down this road because they don't believe in law and order. They don't believe in constitutional authority. They believe that they should run roughshod. They should just think about something and implement it. Think about as they go along in their own interest, in their own little parochial partisan interest.
Let me tell you what I see this has done, though. Let me tell you what I see this has done. This has torn up the DPPs. Not talking about the office now, but the person has torn up our good resume and throw it away.
Exactly. And this is what is going to be the outcomes going forward. It is going to be the outcome going, because remember now, all segments of society have been, in terms of an organizational structure, have been taken hostage by these people, barring none.
I want to point you to some issues that I find worrying. The chairman of the Police Federation has been put on interdiction for speaking out for the members of the police force, the rank and file.
Mine are run too fast, no Shaka.
No,
yeah, jump from.
But here, no, you are
from the
jumping.
DP.
Here are jumping. I see a government who is insisting that I want this person to continue to be DPP, and the people must either take it or leave it. Me, I do it. They don't want the police to talk out, so them stop them. There are other things that we can point to that I will point to in short order to show you where this looks like dictatorship.
Yeah, so it begs the question because that is
the opposition. The Constitution was framed that if you're doing a state of emergency and you want it to go beyond a certain time, you must come to the parliament. We have seen this government go around that in style.
These people do not believe in law and order.
So there's no respect for the Constitution that they swear
to.
It's
a rogue. These are rogue elements.
And people must now start opening their eyes and realize where we could end up if this continue.
Well, if they don't want to open their eyes
on the road to dictatorship,
probably they don't even understand what is dictatorship. You get what I'm saying?
Well, talk to them.
They don't have an understanding of what is dictatorship. It means that the rule of civil organization, the rule of law, the rule of constitutional order is set aside, and anything goes. Is what I say will go. What I expect of you. Yeah?
93% of Jamaicans say we have no faith in the Commissioner of Police.
And in the Minister of National Security.
And what happened?
Nothing.
This we are giving.
Yeah, because we want to impose it and reinforce it. So no, grab it and take it, Yeah? And we are going to, we are going to ensure that we are going to have the foundation rolled so that we will always be there. We will always be there.
I want to say to the people of Jamaica, this is a dangerous road. And whether you are a Labourite, you don't vote, you need to look at what is happening in your country and look at some other country, how they got where they are, and look where we are going.
That's why them densify. That's why them densify the nation in a man.
No,
so that we don't get a reasoned nation and we get a polarized nation based upon belly politics. You get what I'm saying? That's why them densify the people. That's why them driving out all the teachers and all the professionals. So what we'll have a plantation, of densified people, yeah? Poor densified people. So, I mean, we just rule it like we did rule on the plantation in slavery. I just do that. Man. Remember the people jump out and say, we'll have to abridge, abrogate, and infringe. And I put the other one, abuse the Constitution. If we are going to have our way and have sway and influence and show forth our rigor and our brutality, we have to put aside this Constitution in the courthouse thing, the judge and the defense and the prosecution thing. We have to put aside that. If we can't put aside it bluntly, we have to put aside it subtly. And subtly by inserting the kind of people who will go at your bidding. And that is what is happening now. Yeah. But let me say this, Chuck. One victim we're having tonight, if them things say it is going to work in their favor. Already, right now, I want you to count the days, man. Count it by days, Don't even count it by minutes, let us count it by days. Give them a little time. And I am going to prove to you right now as we speak under the sun that every day going forward is going to be a death knell for these people. It's a nail in their coffin. Mark it down, brother. No, but everybody who are listening to this, write it down, A implosion will take place, a dissolution will take place, a dismantling will take place, Yeah? Remember me tell you, if them no one know, confusion will take place. It is and it must fall victim to justice and judgment. Watch it. Yeah?
Let me say this to you, brother. Let me say this to you. We have a call on the people of this country. Because if we don't do it at the poll the next time an election is called, we are going to lose the opportunity. I think that is our final chance to save this country.
Brother, we never have to call upon the people. I bet you call upon Almighty God right now. At the unity of the people's experience, yeah? And there comes a time, when it reach up to the nostril of Almighty God, the God of justice, you know. Yo, watch everything we have now, yeah, and to see for yourself, yeah, barring any political talk, any psychological, scientific, or whatever talk, justice we are talking about, the heavens open, and everything we see happen now, everything you see in a diplomatic realm, everything we see go happen in the economic realm with the banks and everything we happen in the social realm, indicative of the plunge that will absolutely render these people useless. I am telling you this, brother. I don't want to believe it or not, but I have been speaking about this with you over the years, yeah? Unless it is collapsed, then all of us is going to reach in the dungeon. But you know what? Justice will prevail on our part, because every day is going to show that it is melting. It's melting, and them can't stop the slide.
But you know, see, a lot of people don't see what is happening. A lot of people have a text here saying that's what the opposition is for, to break down to the people, because majority of the people are dumb to what's going on based on their intellect.
Yeah, man, because they hungry for the people. You know, so, when them come as patch and seeing the people, we just want them cry and say, but less of those shall be around by the reason of enlightenment. Enlightenment shall dissolve. Yeah?
Well, may I take the time, you know, to talk to the people who do normally go vote, and said to them, stop and look. I am talking to the ex-middle class, because they are now working the middle class into poverty.
Exactly. To diffuse them.
What is going on with the United States and Jamaica, brother? What is happening?
Well, what I will say, let us watch. Let us watch.
But I want to say this. I want to say this. If a request was made to Jamaica by the United States for us to accept a partner in a same-sex marriage, and the Jamaican government denied the request, I want to place on record my support for the Andrew Wellness-led administration if that's what they did. And I said, if
what
that's
did
what
they do?
What
did they do?
You realize what I say? If
they
deny a request to accept the partner in a same-sex marriage to live in Jamaica, if they did that, they have my support.
But listen this. All right. Listen this, Shaka. Look at my perspective. I am the biggest, standout against LGBTism. You get what I'm saying to you?
Doctor.
But watch this now. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about diplomacy here, right? And in my interpretation, it doesn't have to be accurate, you know, yeah? But in my interpretation, because remember, diplomacy comes with some privileges, you know.
Yes.
Yeah? And come with some rights and entitlements, you know. Right now, the United States Embassy is the United States in the Ghanaian.
Yes.
Yeah? Yes. Where it sits is the United States. It means that you can't come prevent them from doing certain. You can't trample upon them right and hold them. Yeah?
So dear law stands supreme on their premises.
Dear law stands supreme in America.
That works on that piece of land there in Jamaica.
Exactly. So the point I further, be that as it may, if we have a protocol, an international diplomatic protocol that causes reciprocity, you get me saying? Neutrality. That means that what I offer you, you offer me. Yeah?
Yeah.
There is an understanding that this will hold up. So if I have identified for myself whether they want to do it to offend you or to abuse you, or to trick you or whatever, the standing point for me is that you have no reason to refuse their request, because what is it, you know? It's a diplomatic function, you know. Them are coming upon a they never look on whether them are man and woman. They come in as agents of their state to perform a diplomatic function in their jurisdiction in this local, right? So, me don't know if the law has that stretch. I don't know.
Hold on there. My brethren, Pastel says, Shaka, I am calling for you to add Mystic as to your collection of advisors. No, but
Well, me honored.
Mystical
Me
is
honored.
one of my advisors
Pascal, me
already.
honored.
So
No,
you can't leave.
the point me are really making a Shaka, and we have to look upon it from that perspective.
Hold on. Since you said that, and when we really where I say a while ago, when a marriage couple in a same-sex relationship come to Jamaica, do we deny them entrance?
We deny what entrance and what grounds are we going to deny them entrance? Remember, I know we are married them, you know.
And it doesn't mean that we accept that.
Exactly.
Whatever.
But them have a certain level of entitlement and freedom in the so-called democracy. Yeah? Free to travel and so on and so forth. According to our Western culture that we have signed on to and we have practiced. So the point I'm making, this should not even be out there in the public square, you know.
We say it shouldn't be a spot.
It shouldn't be out there in the public square. If the man them send 2 women or 2 men here, I mean, it shouldn't be out there. It should be a situation between you and only me and you know that. And as a matter of fact, me and you don't have to know that. You only know so them send 2 people as their representative, and them are coming up to perform on behalf of the United States, not on behalf of Jamaica, you know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mystical, you know, say you have some that point there. Because let me tell people, you know, he's a man where if I am wrong about something, I am wrong about it. And if somebody can give me the reasons why I should think otherwise, I will think otherwise. And
yeah,
right now, Mystical, where you say, make a whole heap of sense because
I feel
as
diplomacy,
I said, adding
brother.
to that, when people come to Jamaica as tourists who are involved in same-sex marriage, we accept them in the country and we treat them royally just the same. And as you said, I mean, the diplomatic aspect of things is even different. They are coming to perform.
It gives certain immunity, you know, brother.
And if you go over the American, if you are run from Jamaica authorities and you go over and jump over the fence over in the American embassy,
and seek immunity
you are
and
actually
condition.
on American soil.
Yeah, of course. And you're subject to the laws of America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
if the money that come off insert themselves in our culture and our society to influence it changes and so on, certainly it might be. But I am not going there. I'm going on the basis of the provisions of diplomacy. I probably may redefine it, you know. Probably that I don't know.
Yeah, but we have to do that.
But this is how I see it. It's tit for tat, you know. Yeah. Quid pro quo, you rub my back, me rub your back. I saw diplomacy going on, man. Yeah? So, me not have no problem with it, brother. I'm saying me are the biggest standout against LGBT.
But the situation no warrant what is happening, you're saying?
No, man. That's why it's immaturity, man.
So
immaturity.
So them this with Prime Minister because of that?
Listen to me, man. Tit for tat, butter for fish.
Milk in your coffee.
Remember,
milk in your coffee.
That's man, I'm sure you say, let us deal like adults. Let us deal like reasoned people. Don't let us be like we're washing. Well, apparently, everything is washed out there in the public square. The DPP and our thing and the parliament and everything are washed out there. Yeah? Like scandalization. See, there's no diplomacy, there's no decorum. Yeah? Presiding over the way
it is
these
just
things
brawling
are.
And vulgar.
It's just vulgar. Look at what them call parliament, yeah? Which should be the highest agency of authority in the country. Look at what happens in there. Look at how the man them are behave in there, yeah? But I want to ask this question. Tell me something. Can you sanction? I don't know. I'm ignorant. I'm just trying to use my little sense.
Yeah.
I am ignorant, right, on these matters. Can you sanction a parliamentarian for something he never said in the parliament? Me don't know.
Me don't know neither. Me don't know the rules that much, but I don't think so. I don't think you can sanction him in the parliament for something he say out of the parliament. And as we say, we don't know. We need to find out.
But it ought not to be because, when you're in the parliament, you are governed by certain sacredness, brother. That means that you can't tell me about my parents and you can't tell any amount of lie for me if you want in the parliament, And me can't do nothing,
right.
brother.
There's
you can't say me a terrorist, you can't say me a pedophile. Yeah. So
you cannot be sued for anything that you say in the parliament.
Yeah, hence the question. The man says something out a road. Him say it out a road. Yeah?
I think it was an unfortunate argument though. But
we don't know Jamaica culture. This me now gonna get political about it.
Listen. I would rather my leader did not say that. I'd prefer him never say it, but him say it already. I'm not gonna kill him for it.
Well, you hear me now? All of us are going like so we are not Jamaican when it comes to certain things. Yeah. You saw me talk on the radar.
I would people tell me say them no say dead people vote.
Listen to me, man. The man call up on certain energy. It's a light comment. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it could be we're calling on the ancestors if we have powers and can convince some people to go vote. Do a thing if you can do. If never say them to go vote, you know.
It's a light argument, man.
Do a thing.
People elevate it to sneer.
Yeah, man, to sneer themselves and sidetrack from the foolishness, the garbage what them do.
Adopt you around the world right now. Why I say that? Adopt you around the world, the AI technology, adopt you. When you attack to a machine, you only hear people that chat to you. You can't identify them. You can't touch them. You can't see. Adopt you around the world.
Adopt you around the world.
Adopt you around the world. Oh, stay there. Well, much more things to say, Shaka, you know. Much more things to say, but for real, the country is on a downward slide. Well, you know, for me, it's a dead country.
What you refer to it as?
Prison, arms house, cemetery.
Well, we are going to do better than that. We have to change that, brother.
Them not tell us a resurrection affairs this country, you know. Resurrection. So we have to move the stone from the sepulchre here.
Jamaica rise.
One love.
Big up yourself. The number is 804-7072. You can call me on WhatsApp or you can call me straight. All the people who have criticized things what I say. Because after me put out the road up a Boston that they have paved the Boston area and you hear me been calling. Those of you who are on this platform all the time would have known of the advocacy that we have been doing on this road. And we finally get the food area paved. You cannot have the largest gastronomy stop in Jamaica in that level of dust. And we'll show you that our leaders who are leading East Portland lack vision, lack understanding, lack knowledge. And therefore, we have gotten the place to pave. We get them to pave the place. Where is it? So we get them to pave the place. Hold on there. Step up, Peter Tosh.
Everyone is crying out for peace.
So somebody asked Shaka watching from the US. Morning.
Hello.
Morning. Hold on for me. Somebody watching from the US. A question, Mr. Bell. Is there going to be a runoff for East Portland seat? I wouldn't call it a runoff. The process for the seat takes you, after a certain stage, takes you to what? The fact that I am the only aspirant takes you to what called a yes-no vote. So that's a possibility. I can't tell you at this time, but that's a possibility based on the process to get the seat in East Portland. It might go to a yes-no vote with one aspirant. Talk to me, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
I'm not bad, you know.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man, I'm from Port Antonio, Portland, right here, Prospect. Grow up in the area, know everything about what's going on. My concern, and every day I talk about it, I'm glad that I was able to see this program to talk.
Talk to me.
My concern is with the cemetery. The cemetery. The cemetery is a place where we actually grew up in. We go there, we pick mangoes, we do everything that is nice in the cemetery. It was a place that was looking good.
That's a
I can
Prospect
tell
cemetery.
anybody about the first person who was buried in the cemetery. right? And the second and the third. We had a chapel there. And funeral service went on in the chapel. But what I really want to say, I don't want to be long, is that every dead that's registered and buried there is supposed to the relatives supposed to purchase the area, that piece of land to bury.
Yeah.
So what I want to know, what happened to those monies that those people pay? We buy a spot, right?
You go to the council.
Why is it that money can't stay for the cemetery in a sense to clean it up and to make it look nice? Because what is happening there now, we can't do anything about it now, but I'm thinking of future, maybe nearby, going up to Johntown or where the cemetery looks like. I think it's the worst cemetery in the world. That's what I'm saying right now.
You see, one of the problem in Port Antonio, in East Portland, it's the lack of organization, the lack of management by the people who have been managing the whole thing. I mean, I have my concerns about the cemetery. I have some major disappointment.
Our people were there and everybody, and we have people in the thing there, in the parish council representing parties. There are people representing PNP, people representing JLP, and I've seen where people from there come in to funerals, step pass and things. So
I am not making any excuse for anybody. You understand? I'm just saying a state of fact. The management of this place has been lacking. And as I said a while ago, I have major disappointments when it comes to the cemetery. I mean, let me tell you one of my big disappointments at the cemetery.
Council. And it's like I'm grieved. Because I know that trees, nice trees, fruit trees are there, nice mango trees. Yes, we don't want to destroy every tree. But then again, there is no plan. There's no plan for the cemetery. We should be walking in the cemetery and not jumping. I go there, go jump and hurt my right foot. No problem, I try to jump off a tomb and knock my foot. I did knock it already at the airport, so me have a problem. So, I don't know. It can be fixed. What can be done to it is for it to be cleaned. And I think that money that they use, that they collect, should be used to clean the cemetery. It can be cleaned, and all those nice grave and tomb.
Let me say something to you.
Up and look nice. It can be clean, and it want to be clean. Like no, it want to be clean. It want to be cut and clean, and it's something that should be clean regularly. That's a disrespect to our loved ones that have passed away. A big disrespect. All right.
Me can say something to you now.
Yes.
I have some major disappointment with the cemetery, and I also have some ideas how we could have solved them easily.
Yes.
You spoke to cleaning of the cemetery. And I know that suggestions were made, not by me, but I know the suggestions were made, and I'm going to make the suggestion here public. And the suggestion may not take nobody glory, but the suggestion was made that the parish council should go to the courts and arrange with the judges that when they are sentencing people to them 10 days at hard labor and 9 days at hard labor, it should be that them go and clean the cemetery.
Used to happen, but not for long.
So that all right. So that needs to get back in place. One more disappointment I have, and believe me, I find it hard to say it, because when I say this, it's going to affect some of my people. But it needs to be said. The fact that there's no bathroom at the cemetery, it is a disgrace. It is a shame, and I am going to blame the public health department. I'm going to blame the parish council. I'm going to blame the member of parliament, past and present, that the Prospect Cemetery is the biggest cemetery in the parish. Sometimes you have 3-4 funerals there in one day.
3-4. I'm telling you, it's like a celebration here.
You don't have a little bathroom for your lady go and pass her urine. Me not even talk about if you're up there and you want a number 2. Just to pass your urine. People have to be behind graves and all of them something there.
Yes, it's true.
I am saying this morning, I am forgiving for that past atrocity by not having it there. But I'm saying to no, put it there.
There's no plan.
But
There's no plan.
Does it make sense? Does it make sense to put it there at this time? Because the cemetery full.
But listen to me. There's
the cemetery full.
There's a new, what you call the person? Cemetery keeper?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's a new, because of pure foolishness what's going on. I can't say a chapel is there. Now everybody can, you have people who can, there's a chapel there. And in that chapel, they have things storing up in there and all of that and all of that. But that's not my business right now. I'm talking about the new person. I understand that many people go in there and they put up stuff in there and they sell and they dirty up the place, and that's not nice. So I understand that they're closing the gate now. And that's a good move. But the next move is for it to clean up. I'm calling on the parish council to get it clean up and put it on that, like every month or so somebody get paid to clean it up. And as you say about the bathroom, they should erect one there too. I agree with that.
But as we
say, with somebody in charge.
They can get prisoner for clean the cemetery. Them doing
because people do a lot of people commit a lot of offense where, like what you said, because working in America, I see where people come to, like where I work at the little school, and they say they commit offense and they send them there to do things because, like, they give out food, they pack out food, they are there and they help. So they can make use of them for to the cemetery, right? That's nice. I like that.
But the place needs management here.
Yes, it needs management.
And that's why we're putting ourselves forward to be a part of the management team of this parish
and
constituency, so that the things that needs to be fixed can be fixed. We have been here, we see them, and we've been talking about them.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah, man.
It's a disgrace.
It's
a disgrace.
It's no good.
It's a disgrace, right? And what I noticed, everybody wants to be down at the bottom, and which we don't wrong them, because lots of us can climb any hill to go up. And I think that place was a very big piece of land. I know, but everybody wants that front part here. Everybody wants to come down to the front.
May I have somebody in the chat room as a Shaka? You call about the cemetery. The Jamaican government don't care about living people. Why would they care about the dead?
In America and other countries, when we go, we with flowers, track where you walk, you can go and sit down and you meet other people, you talk. It's a place like a park. A cemetery in foreign countries is like a park, right? It's like a park.
I have seen them.
And then the grave, they need to step up, because they should step up in a way that you can bury on top of. You are like my family, and you have somebody down there, maybe two more persons or one more person can go in that same section there. Make them flat,
All right, Carla. Thank you very much.
Yes, and then the next thing is that every dead that there is there has a number. I can remember when, as a child, you used to know people by their number. You know that Mr. Brown here has 1,000 something, another 9. So I don't see those things again.
All right, we have to talk about that one next time.
All right, so nice talking to you.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
All right. Oh boy. 804-7072. Yeah, man. So as I said earlier, it's a part of the process that there's a possible going to the delegates. I am still waiting on the announcements from the party, but as I say, everything good, everything up online. Don't worry about social media. Sometimes even mainstream media get caught up in some things. Maypen Cemetery? Yeah, but we're not going to use Maypen Cemetery for judge our cemetery at Portland. We want everything at Portland to be aesthetically pleasing. Yeah? Pleasing. And therefore, the management has been lacking in East Portland. And that's why we are where we are. And therefore, we are putting forward the plans that we're going to implement to move this town. Port Antonio, we're going after city status. Port Antonio, we're going for the development of Navy Island. Port Antonio, we're going for the development of the Port Antonio Hospital. And that's something I want to talk to you about. That for those of us who live here, the hospital is key. And don't go on like said, this is not important. Because all of us get sick from time to time. And I know a man you can tell me say from him born, him never sick yet. And we need our place of care in our most vulnerable moments to be equipped, to have people there who are efficient, to have the working conditions at top class. And I say to the people of Portland, once we get the pen, we are going to ensure that the Port Antonio Hospital becomes a type B hospital up from a type C. We're not going to settle for Port Antonio being a type C hospital. Not under my watch. And I am making this commitment here that once I become the member of parliament, the road for Port Antonio Hospital becoming a type B will be launched. We're going to launch it within the first year. And as I said somewhere else recently, that after 4 years, we want to be at least 75% on the way to becoming a type B hospital. That means within that first year, you're going to see more service on offer at the Port Antonio Hospital. Watch me. The Port Antonio Hospital. That's why if you come here from where you are and something happened to you, Port Antonio Hospital must be equipped and ready to assist. Right now, what Port Antonio Hospital is, stabilize you and send you off if you have certain kind of illness. If you get a broken toe, it cannot be addressed at the Port Antonio Hospital wholesomely. And then a toe can't even set. Can't even go in a plaster polish or anything like that. So we need to ensure that I talk about government. That's why I can give you this kind of guarantee for the Port Antonio Hospital where I was born. I was born in that hospital. In fact, me even kind of grew up at the hospital too. My mother worked at that hospital for decades in the Port Antonio Hospital. Dawn Francis says she confused. Hold on, I'm confused. Aren't there two positions? The councillor and the mayor. The councillor and the member of parliament. I don't know why you're confused about Auntie Francis. Yeah, man, there are two different positions. And you can't hold two at the same time. That's my knowledge. That you can't hold two. Some people are telling me, say, man, they hold two at the same time. But I don't think so. You get one salary. You can't hold the two. And once if you step up from councillor to member of parliament, then you should resign that seat and a by-election will be held for the councillor seat. So that's my understanding. Oh, which one? The hospital? No, you see the hospital, my brother, it is vital to me. Because if anything should happen to me right now, that's where me I go. For hospital. And anybody who live in a Portland, up at the hospital. And that's why I have that level of interest in seeing the Port Antonio Hospital being able to offer at least 4 more service. I think right now, gynecologists and obstetric, I'm not pronouncing that properly, leave me with that word. they provide those services at the hospital. Little emergency. They do some general surgeon, like you're cutting hernia and them kind of thing, that them do that. They deliver baby C-section or natural birth. And one of the thing is, you see that maternity ward at the Port Antonio Hospital. Me personally want to tear down that maternity ward and build a proper maternity ward at the Port Antonio Hospital, that our newborn enter this world in some kind of style and comfort. It has been efficient, and a lot of us came through there. A lot of our children came through there, and we give thanks to all the nurses there. But we need a better place. I am seeing in my vision a nicer area. The beds are too close in the maternity wards. I'm not comfortable with that. Mothers can shake hands on beds in the maternity ward. So I want a bigger maternity ward, more space, more comfortable. You know, it can't go at the same place, but we need to fix that. So a lot of things we are going to be sorting out at the Port Antonio Hospital. And are calling on all the citizens of Portland and East Portland, home and abroad, that you are going to be called on to assist with doing it. I have a template of how it's supposed to be done. I have been a part of something like that happening. And I'm saying that we're going to take on the Port Antonio Hospital and make it a type B hospital. It's my intention to get it done in 5 years. But the worst case scenario must be at least at 75%. Buffby and Port Antonio Clinic. No, yes, you can say that. I will not fight against you with that. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm sorry, Mr. Bell. Hold on. I'm sorry, Mr. Bell, to step away and didn't hear the response to any of the follow-up question about that candidacy. I will say to you, in answering your question, what I am aware of, that to date, there's still only one aspirant for the East Portland seat. That's what I'm aware of. There might be other things that I don't know, but there are some things that I know would have to happen before anybody else become an aspirant. There has to be an interview with the appraisal panel. Remember, me always are telling about the process, the things that we did have to go through. So the region, which is Region 2, consists of St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. They have an appraisal panel. When somebody apply and the application is going forward, they have to face that appraisal panel. They would also have to face what is called an integrity commission. I faced all of those. I am not aware of anybody else going through those processes. So if you didn't hear the response, there you go. No. People can post anything on social media. You can pay for a article in any one of the papers. You can buy spots in the paper, you know. Right? So, where this message I say? Well, you see, Mr. Pang, the problem I have is that the DPP now, this government, with what them do, kind of damage I try to damage the DPP, because for me, the DPP reputation is impeccable. Impeccable. We have a strong comrade from Port Antonio and KPH now after going to Anata Bay. Yeah, man, but Anata Bay is a type B hospital, you know. You have type A as well. You have type A hospitals. So being a type B hospital don't mean that you're going to have everything. Just mean that you're just now starting to become a hospital. When you're at a type B, you know, you're offering more service. You have more specialist doctors at the facility. One of the things that I want to see in Port Antonio is a full-time pediatrician to look after our children. We need a full-time pediatrician. There's a pediatrician that I think comes to the hospital 1 day per week for a couple hours. That's my understanding. I don't know if that has changed, but I believe that the Port Antonio Hospital should have a full-time pediatrician. We have a pediatric ward, and therefore, I believe that we need that. This message here. What's this message here saying? CG White. Yes, there will be a runoff, but Mr. Bell will be Philip. Me no know about a runoff, because a runoff would be 2 people. And I don't know of anybody else. What I know, if the delegates are going to be involved in East Portland, it would be what you call a yes-no vote. That's what I'm aware of. A runoff, I think, would be between 2 people. And I am not aware of anybody else in the race in East Portland. I have seen the clippings and all of that. But as me say, my understanding still is that is only 1 person. In my time, we used to shake hands to gain some comfort when we are when we get intense pain. Nowadays, mothers are going through this process. Mothers are not going through these proceedings. No, when we say them shake hands, Auntie Dawn, is that the beds are so close in the maternity ward at the hospital. Because the ward is so small. And we need a bigger maternity ward at the Port Antonio Hospital. And I am telling you that is something that we are going to fix. We are going to be the Member of Parliament for East Portland. And we are going to, the Port Antonio Hospital is a special project for the Vision team. A special project. I mean, we have been doing work at the hospital. If you remember, I used to be the chairman of the Port Antonio Hospital Management Committee, I used to be. Talk to me, caller.
Yes, hello. Hello?
Yes, man, we're hearing you.
Don's calling. Me agree with you, no.
Turn off the TV. Turn on your TV.
Hold on. Turn on.
Yeah, man, because you see that feedback now. Yes. You get. Yeah, talk to me now, Miss Francis.
I agree with what you say about the shake hand together, because it's near. I just giving you that scenario to show you that it was near for true.
Yeah, man.
So you don't need to be bigger, wider space there. You can move it. It's true. You're talking. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, man. You need a little more space. 5 2
yeah,
bed
man.
in a room.
And when they feel the pain, you over there feel the pain, them stretch their hand. The hand's like, help me now. Right? You need help, and I need help. So that's why I'm telling you, that's what we used to happen up there. Mm-hmm. yeah, true.
Yeah, man.
Everybody not going through that process again. They're doing the other, Mm-hmm. But it needs to be enlarged.
We are going to fix it. We are going to fix it. That's a commitment. And as I say, it's not government funds we are going to think about to fix the hospital. We are going to take a different approach. So that's why we say when this is going to happen, we mean it will happen, because the approach where we're going to take to make it happen.
Okay, the next thing. I heard you said something. I don't know if somebody was saying about somebody else interested or something like that. And you said, because we have been, we have hearing something. We are hearing something. So maybe that's why the person said that. Maybe you don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
As I said, I have seen the flyers. I have seen the article in the Observer.
And did you hear the news?
I have heard the news. I heard the interviews.
Well, I didn't hear the interview.
I've heard 2 interviews on 2 different radio stations. I have heard what the news said, but as I said to you, even all those time, and today, I am only aware of 1 aspirant in the race for East Portland.
Yeah, so there's a question that I asked on there, but I don't hear you address it.
Which
and
one?
There are two positions. Maybe make it wrong. There is one for the fellowship division councillor and one for the MP East Portland.
All right, let me explain that to you.
Yes, so you explain.
I am presently the councillor caretaker for the fellowship division.
Yes.
So if a local government election is to be called now,
yes,
I would be the candidate for the fellowship division.
Yes.
Now, let's say we do that, I become the councillor. And a general election is called 24 or 2025. Then I will run in that general election.
I would leave the councillor position and go over.
When I win,
you exit that?
No, when I win, no, I'll
no,
run.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
I will run as councillor. for the MP position. When I'm running for the MP position, I would still be the councillor. When I win, then I will resign the councillor seat and there will be a by-election for the councillor seat.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you if you exit, you would exit that one.
No, you wouldn't leave that before, because remember I've been the councillor caretaker since 2020 for that division. So if a local government election is called, no, I am going to be contesting it.
Okay, so you're already the councillor for...
No, I'm not the councillor, I'm the caretaker. You don't become a candidate until nomination.
You win. When you win, you become the councillor.
Right.
Okay.
And then you run and you resign that position and move on.
That's the part that was kind of bothering me.
You see, my thing is, I am ready to serve the people from any position. You have some people who say them not run as no councillor. I am ready to serve the people. My thing is about service. Yeah? And I will serve anywhere.
Okay.
Once I am doing a job for my people and my country, I am ready to serve.
Okay.
Me no particular.
Okay.
Because I believe as a councillor, there's a lot that you can do. Whole heap. As a member of parliament, there's a lot that you can do. As a mayor, there's a lot that you can do.
Well, it depends. It depends on what you go in there for. What your intention. Because a lot of people would say like what you say, and when you hear from the show, just to say what you say to get in the position. But when they reach in the position, nothing is done.
But Miss Francis, you know me, and you know how passionate I am about. I'm about at what I am saying I'm going to do. You know my ability to deliver. And when I tell people all the while that when Teachfield won the school challenge quiz, we were an integral part of it. And you, Miss Francis,
I talk about it all the while.
You, Miss Francis, you, Miss Adian Singh, God bless her soul in peace, the former leader of the Prep, Shibian Prep.
Yes.
You people were integral in making those youngsters, molding them.
And look at one of them from my school that I actually coach. He is the coach of Teachfield.
I tell people about that all the time, Miss Francis. So when we come now and say we want to go into the thing to manage Portland, we are going in there with the attitude that we must get some things done.
Yes, yeah. We want that. We don't know why you drop it.
you see, sometimes when you do something and then you have some people who stand up aside and say, oh, me can't do that. And then fight, you forget it, and when they get it, them can't do it.
Yeah, because that's school challenge quiz. We then sooner or later, when Chase move out, we should have one of them go, somebody go up, one of them go as a coach at Teachfield and go up, move up same way, The first time Teachfield got to the final of the school challenge quiz, Miss Francis, you realize that every member of that team was product of the Portland primary school quiz competition. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I know.
So when people talk, sometimes we not show up, but we have pedigree. We have done things and seen the result.
Yes.
Seen the result. So we're not empty talk.
Yes.
And we have
action we want. We don't want acting, we want action.
Exactly. Norwich primary.
Just go in there because you want to go in there. You must go in there. Have a here, man, something in you, something put on paper.
And that burning desire to get them done. You know, just make up a plan because you want to go into politics. You have a plan and then you go into politics to execute it. That's where we're coming from.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I would thank you for your service, Miss Francis.
Yeah,
as
man.
a retired teacher,
Yes.
Yeah, man. Bless you.
Yeah, you too. All right, bye.
Yeah, man. No, man, Miss Francis, Miss Dawn Francis, at the time, she a coach Norwich team. Miss Adian Singh a coach Bonebrook Primary. The principal now at Port Antonio Primary. Oh, God. Jesus, if she ever knows, I can't remember her name. The principal now at Port Antonio Primary. She used to coach the school quiz team. And when we had a Portland Primary School quiz, there was no junior school quiz on TVJ. We started that and drive it to fruition. Because at the time we believed that if we can get the younger ones to want to do this. Yeah, man. So, you hear some people that come say, oh, Portland want to develop. Yeah, everybody know that. But what you're going to do to develop it? We are going to drive the creative industry in Portland in a way that you've never seen so much wealth. So I'm just saying to the people of Portland and East Portland, we could go make some money. We know what to do and what we are going to implement to make the change. Morning, Mr. Bell. You deserve to be the candidate for the constituency because 2020 you have been the only person standing up from 2020. You have been the only person standing up for the people and take the disrespect from the labor rights. So we love you. We love you to prove that you are the right person. Let me tell you something. We are not about going to prove that we are the right person. We are going to implement some things and execute some plans that we have had for years. I like to tell people that the plans that I am articulating for East Portland, they are no new plan. Me have friends who can tell me everything. When me there, I tell them, say we are going to do. You might be hearing it for the first time. But me have friends who can say, but Shaka, we know this inside out. Because what we are saying that we are going to do is not saying them to win the election. We are saying them to execute them so you know that these are the things. And we are telling you about the things we have done. I was telling you earlier that I chair the hospital management committee. You Miss Francis come tell you. And we now run off for more because it was a team event, but I was the director of the entire thing. I was the program director at Satcom Channel 12, organizing the whole thing, leading the team. And it was a big team with a lot of primary schools from as far up to Seaside Primary to Buff Bay Primary. All of them used to participate in the Portland Primary School Quiz Competition. A lot of them can tell you the first time that they go on TV, because it's something that we used to have on TV, that time all TVG had was School Challenge Quiz. They never had the Junior School Challenge Quiz. We were the only one on the island who used to do it. And Channel 12 Entertainment Plus used to be the envy of cable operators when we got a cable meeting all around Jamaica. Them used to talk about our community channel. So, look how we think normal. We think no normal. We have been doing, and we are going to continue to do.
Don't think as this kind is a fool. The road Shaka walk never smooth. So he a trample evil night and day. With him left foot first while he pray. Hear what we tell them. Shaka fame and a point to prove.
Hold on, Calvin, we say at 30 years, that time Martin Windham, Maxine Samuels, Tamara used to be a direct part of my team. They used to work at Satcom Cable. Maxine Samuels, Martin Windham, Professor Gizmo, Tamara da Florida, you know, Captain Baker. Yeah? That used to be the team. You know, we used to be the quiz master. We used to have a whole heap of different quiz master, you know. But how would they have a bad quiz master, man? Somebody who was fluent. I don't remember the quiz master, them Rasta. But Calvin, I say, hold on. After 30 years, you're just thinking about that? Calvin, call me, no man. Make we hear how you still want to live 30 years ago. Make we hear you still want to live 30 years ago, Calvin. Call me, man. We've been thinking about them long time. We have never been your member of parliament. We have never been your councillor. We served in a lot of voluntary position. We served as first vice chairman of the Portland Parish Development Committee. We served as chairman of the resort board. We served as a director on the Chamber of Commerce. We served as the manager of the Port Antonio Hospital Management Committee. So we have been serving. Now I am saying, give me the job that our plans and our vision can be put to the fore. Stop living at the past, man. Come forward to the future. Come forward to the future. Now is the right time for you. Time we get somebody from East Portland. Ready, Vivian? We're ready, and we are going to show. This is where the development of Port Antonio and East Portland is going to start. Yeah, man. We're going to create opportunities for our people. Whole heap of job opportunities. Opportunities to get wealthy. That me I talk about.
Don't think cause he's kind, he's a fool. The road Shaka walk never smooth. So he a trample evil night and day. With him left foot first while he
Hear what we tell them.
Hear what we tell them. Shaka fame and a point to prove. He don't have the front to try confuse.
We don't copy.
We not copy from white paper.
We set the
He
pace.
make the move.
The rest follow.
The rest them follow.
Pay them no mind.
Pay them no mind. Keep doing our thing, take your blessing in time.
We no copy from white paper.
Make the moves, the rest will follow. Beware of those who are never satisfied. Ambition's great.
Tell them this.
Tell them please don't compare your life with mine.
When me say my people,
Say, it's from your smile, you're never afraid to speak your mind. And them man talk the truth. Who get vexed, tell them get left behind. So you don't seek acceptance when you speak or go in front of public eye. You still recognize real. When you speak of yourself, you never glorify. Shaka tell them, don't have no point to prove.
his name is Omar Ebanks. Omar Ebanks, former West Indies cricketer. Big bat, big bowler, all-rounder. Yeah, man. So, my people, we have a passion for Portland. And we live at Portland by choice. We never run or left Portland yet. We live here by choice. Yeah? We live in Portland by choice. We don't leave. We stick it out with our people. We suffer with them. And now we are going to create wealth with our people. Yeah? That's what we are going to do. Create wealth with our people.
Don't think cause he's kind, he's a fool. The road Shaka walk never smooth. So he a trample evil night and day. With him left foot first while he pray. Hear what we tell them. Shaka fame and a point to prove. He don't have the front to try confuse. He not copy from white paper. He make the moves. The rest them follow. Pay them the mind. Keep doing our thing, take your blessing in time. Not copy from white paper. Make the moves, the rest will follow. Beware of those who are never satisfied. Ambition's great. Tell them please don't compare your life with mine. Styles that it's from your smile, you're never afraid to speak your mind. And them man talk the truth. Who get vexed, tell them get left behind. So you don't seek acceptance when you speak or go in front of public eye. Yes, real recognize real. When you speak of yourself, you never glorify. Shaka tell them, don't have no point to prove.
Sorry about that. My bad. Thank you, my listeners. Thank you. People them say them neither hear me. My body me mute the mic and didn't unmute the mic. So let me apologize for that. Because I have a song here where I want to play. You see, musically, we used to have a thing when I was at the other place. We used to have a slot in at the program we call Tune for Tune. And tell all and sundry, don't try use no tune come to me. Because if I tune for tune, me will done you.
One more Jamaican gone abroad. One more disciple leave the yard. But if you think so, we are going to stand up and wait. No way while we hold the gate for you. Nothing so at all. But I'm an Anya. I'm an Banya. I'm an Lydia. Pick up a Canada. No.
Tell them, say. Tell them, say. Don't address Shaka Fame and draw no tune. Leave that alone.
One more Jamaican gone abroad.
Luther Shervington.
One more disciple leave the yard. But if you think so, we are going to stand up and wait. No way while we hold the gate for you. Nothing so at all. But I'm an Anya. I'm an Banya.
When I was throwing no shades on nobody, you know.
Yeah.
Let us play a song about me.
No, we suck. What the boy, yeah. Say Jamaica. Sweet Jamaica. But when you stop and check out the facts, is a holy fact in Jamaica land. But when you run from a problem, it never solves. No man wants to get involved at all. We sit down and ball. But I'm an Anya. I'm an Banya. I'm an Lydia. Pick up America. No way.
Listen, a little jiving is good. And I heard a little jiving on me on one of the interviews that they were jiving. Well, I heard it. And it's all right. But you're playing with fire. Fire. You see, I'm telling you something, my people. The things that needs to happen in Portland need to start happening now. We don't have no more time for waste. We have wasted a lot of time. A lot of time has passed and a whole heap of things not happen. And I am not proud of what it is we are leaving for the next generation. So our generation right now need to get to work and start the development of East Portland. We have so much to do. We have so much development. Yeah, man, and we are going to start going abroad, going out there and find the investors to participate in the kind of vision that we are articulating for this place. You think it's hard? It's not hard to find investors to build the World Reggae Park on Navy Island. I am telling you that. It's not going to be difficult to find the investors to invest in a project like that. Because what you're building is a reggae museum. A living reggae museum where you can come and live in it and enjoy yourself, spend days. The history of reggae will be on show on Navy Island, Jamaica's culture. That will be a major part of the creative industry, bringing wealth to our people, because I said to Jamaica that we are going to step up the creative industry. Been listening to you since 2016, bro. And you hear me talking about the same thing. Michael Kenlock, you hear me talk about all these things. So, so once we get a chance, we are hit the ground running, because we have the plan. We have the plans. And we have been articulating these plans, not just here, but to the leaders of the People's National Party. They know my plans. They know the vision that I am pushing. They know. So they know what I am bringing to the table. And what I bring to the table is different. What I am bringing to the table is not presently at the table. So if we are talking about education, the PNP have people to deal with education. If you are talking about health, we have people to deal with the health. If you are talking about security, we have people to deal with security. If you are talking about transportation, we have people in place working right now to deal with those aspects. To develop the creative industry, we are bringing that to the table. The know-how, the vision, the inspiration from the Almighty. And we will push this industry. The orange economy will start to grow in Jamaica under the People's National Party. And what does the orange economy offer, the creative industry? What does it offer? It offers a 30 billion US dollars income per year. 30 billion US dollars per year coming into this country. You will see this country makes a gigantic move from the low-tech, low-income economy to a high-tech, high-income economy. You will see people in Jamaica start turning millionaires, billionaires, people who start getting wealthy. People around you will start getting wealthy because the abundance of water is here and we no longer need to be thirsty. Rise up, my people. We are ready. Listen what we are talking about. The creation of wealth. So we will have money to fix education, fix health, fix the low salary that people are getting. Yeah, man. Off the creative industry. I told somebody last week that Jamaica is spending about $3 billion Jamaican a month buying culture. And we're not selling any of ours. We are going to sell Jamaica culture on the world market. We know how to do that. And that will bring this country easily, after 4 years of implementation, 1% of that $3 trillion a year industry that Jamaicans are masters at. Jamaicans are masters in the creative industry, but we're not making no money yet. We are not making no money yet. We are going to make that money. So, I'm saying to Portlanders, don't have the key in your hand and a search down the whole place for it. Do not live in at the king's house and go on like you don't have no sense. 30 billion really? GDP. Listen, earning Errol. We're going to bring that out of the creative industry. $30 billion US a year after 4 years of what we are going to implement in the creative industry to ensure that we make that money. I said to you again, Jamaicans are masters in the creative industry. It's one of the most lucrative industries in the world right now. It's one of the industries that made money during COVID. Crazy money. Never really make it in Jamaica because, as Julian Robinson said in his 2021-2022 budget presentation that our leaders does not understand the creative industry. And he never just refer to the GLP, but he was referring to both GLP and PNP because the creative industry and the possibilities did not just arise now. They have always been there. From me, know myself and understand myself. These opportunities that we are now articulating about the creative industry has always been there. It's not new opportunities. Just that Jamaica not tap in. And as Comrade Julian Robinson said, the leaders, our leaders, did not understand it. And hence we never make the money out of it. Most of our leaders still don't understand it. So we still not make the money out of it. Based on my experience in previous jobs that I have done, I have full understanding of the industry. The party leader understands the industry. Comrade Julian Robinson understands the industry. So the PNP, as policy, will bring in policies to lift this industry. And that's why you hear the argument we hear me keep saying from a low income economy to a high-tech, high-income economy. It's not my slogan, it's Julian Robinson me here with it. Comrade Julian Robinson me here with it. So we're going to move from this low-tech, low-income economy to a high-tech, high-income economy. That's where the People's National Party is going to be taking you. And our part is the creative industry we are going to be involved in a big way. We are going to be sharing with others in the party, in the creative industry, to bring that to fruition, to turn up the thing in Jamaica, turn up the earnings. The youth will be able to become billionaire without scamming anybody. Our youth will be able to create wealth, to generate wealth without robbing anybody. Bright day is coming. A bright day is coming. I tell you no, Jamaica. Make we get ready and do what we have to do. East Portland people, you have been sidetracked before, don't get sidetracked again. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. You have heard all of this so many times before. You hear me attack this. Make we go out there and do it.
DJ Shaka Fame, it's from in Virgo representative time, and I mean, I always say let the music play every day. For the beautiful ladies, yes. Ta-na-na-na. Ta-na-na-na.
Better must come, you know. Then Errol, that's why we are talking about the creation of wealth. Wealth we are going to create, you know.
Talk about love. Talk about truth.
If you have doubts, just go Google and Google what is the value of the creative industry around the world. And you will see.
Stick to my guns. Believe me when I say it, baby.
Please bring back the school quiz. But that channel 12 again. We'll have set up something. Just give me some time, Miss Francis. Well, Miss Francis, maybe you have the time. You know, you could have lead that process. Something that we need to look at. We have the channel we can show around the world. So let's talk about it. So this year, last year, we made some donation because you see, we have a stake in education. We have a stake in education. Bright Night Production and the Vision team. We have a stake in education. So last year we made donation to Titchfield High School and Port Antonio High School from proceeds of the Jerk Festival. This year we have already made donation to Norwich Primary, and we are going to be making another donation to Boston Primary and to Windsor Primary. So we're going to be making donations to 2 other schools this year. So last year we did 2 schools. valued at 100,000. This year we're doing 3 schools, still valued at 100,000. But we believe that education is the way to save Jamaica. Yeah, man. We have got to start some new courses to facilitate the development of the creative industry. I see a lot of narrative. Oh. I see a lot of motivating reasoning. Yeah, man. The first concept of a good politician. Errol, I don't call myself a politician, doing. I say I'm a nation builder, using politics as the tool to build the nation. Because everything in this country is politics. Politics. Let me see this. Shaka, the GLP have 2 MP in Portland, and Port Antonio is the only hospital that have no improvement plan. All Noel's Home Hospital are Hanover getting attention over Portland. Well, I tell you something. The government have no plan to develop Port Antonio Hospital into a Type B hospital. And that's why I said earlier, for the development of that hospital, my approach will be different. It wouldn't be a wait on government approach or a government approval approach. It would be an approach that I saw they use somewhere else. And I will be using that approach to develop the Port Antonio Hospital. And then we bring government into the mix. So my thing is kind of different. Because I believe that from where I sat then as the chairman of the management committee, there was no plan from government. It was just to make sure that what it is there for now, it is adequate as a Type C. So it is to stabilize and send you off. So I don't know if you remember back in years gone by, some of the big discussion about the hospital was about ambulance and all of that kind of thing. I don't want the discussion to be about ambulance. I want the discussion to be about taking care of our people right here. In the extreme case where you have to move them on to a Type A, but we shouldn't be sending our people to a Type B. Every parish, I believe, should have a minimum of 1 Type B hospital. And we are going to give that to the parish of Portland. I guarantee you that. Yeah, man.
DJ Shaka Fame, it's from Burger representative time, and I mean, I always say let the music play every day. For the beautiful ladies, yes. Ta-na-na-na. Ta-na-na-na. Oh, girl. Baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. Talk about love, talk about trust. Shaka Fame for all the ladies forevermore.
Portland people, just make certain. Tell all and Sundry where I come. Tell them say Shaka Fame. Colin Bell. We're doing well with Colin Bell.
You don't understand.
But you know our slogan, right? Because our slogan is meaning moving our people from street side greetings to business meetings. Entrepreneurship. That's what we're talking about.
Oh girl, baby, I wanna stay that way for the longest time. Baby, I wanna be.
Let me say thanks to all the people for watching, wherever you're watching from. Thank you very much. Portland Spice TV, share, like, and subscribe. Come over to Portland Spice TV. Share the channel, like the videos. Make a comment now. Subscribe to the channel.
You got my hope.
May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again next week, where we might spend. Well, next week we can spend a little more time with you, but
no.
But now we get the 2 hours, all right? Thanks very much, everybody. One love, Mr. Pong. Big up yourself.
Baby,
I am still the only aspirant for Eastern Portland. Nobody else has gone to the appraisal committee for the region. Nobody else has gone to the integrity commission. To become an aspirant, you have to go through them 2 stages first. That's how I know it. Next week, my people, big up on yourself.
Oh, baby, yeah.
Shaka fame, its worries and problems. Oh Lord, worries and problems. Shaka fame, worries and problems. Worries and problems. Shaka fame, a murder sound going tonight. No matter how some sound a book and a bite. We said them must lose their life. Worries.
Now you this Shaka Fame Vice Remain Virgo representative time, you know. Ace, ain't just come this one Shaka Fame champion thing. Oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Wherever I be, cross the 7 seas, and Shaka Fame playing so fine. Distance don't change a thing. Many said he would die easily, like flames in the ocean, dying in the motion. But look at him now.
I've been telling you this before me leave out there. Jamaica defeated Panama by 1-0. Congratulations to the reggae girls.
Way off the ground.
Yeah, all we need now is a draw against Brazil and we're gone in at the next round of the World Cup.
Now
So Jamaica had their first win. Hey Tamara, good morning to you. Jamaica girls, big up to the ladies, had their first victory in the Women's World Cup. Played down under. They played in Australia this morning and they got a 1-0 victory over Panama. Saw the goal, a beautiful header. Oh, Jamaica!
in my head, wish you
Next week, peeps, big up on yourself.
eyes. Every turn I see those eyes. Whoa.